I saw the most gains that I've ever had since my newbie gain stage when I started doing the upper lower split and prioritizing frequency over volume. And that's coming from a guy that did push pull legs for years. It'll always hold a special place in my heart, but in terms of gains, it just can't do the same the upper lower did. I believe that all lifters should prioritize frequency over volume and do an upper lower split 3 times a week. It's about the best split that you can get, at least out of the ones that I've tried. I haven't quite delved into the realm of full body every other day quite yet, but I imagine I'll get there quite soon. Bro split is dead. Upper lower is the king. Now let me break down why that is. Most people think that more sets equals more growth. However, once you reach a certain point, each additional set is going to give you less and less return. This is known as diminishing return, and you're also going to accumulate additional fatigue as a result of these sets. Instead of doing 9 sets for your chest in a single session, splitting this up into, for example, 3 separate sessions where you do 3 sets in each of these sessions is going to be far superior, even when total volume is the same. You splitting this up into separate sessions over the course of a week is simply going to produce better gains, and that's all there is to it. 2 times a week is going to be better for you than 1 times a week, and 3 times a week is going to be better for you than 2 times a week. An upper lower split allows you to go to the gym 6 days a week and hit each muscle group 3 times a week. Or if you're a leg day hitter, then you can do 3 upper days, 2 lower days, and then you're going to have an additional rest day over the course of a week. Just make sure that you adjust your volume over those lower days to match. Or if you prefer going to the gym less, but you still want to make gains, you can do upper lower twice a week. Now yes, you can say this is going to be the same amount of frequency as a push-pull legs, but you're going to be in the gym 4 days out of the 7 instead of 6 when you do push-pull legs. And for someone that doesn't like to go to the gym as much, this gives you extra recovery time and also means that you can enjoy your time doing other activities outside of the gym while still getting good results. Let's talk about how you should program the split. Now, I'm not going to delve into the ins and outs of every single exercise, but I'll show you what a sample upper day and a sample lower day looks like and give you some tips along the way. Always start your workouts in terms of priority. If you notice that your chest is seriously underdeveloped, start your sessions with your workouts for your chest at the beginning. You're going to be less fatigued, you're going to be able to give more effort, and you're going to recruit more motor units. However, let's say you notice that your biceps are really overdeveloped, then leave them to the latter end of the workout as they aren't as important. If you consistently prioritize your weaker body parts, you're going to build a more balanced physique over time. Not everyone can recover from the same amount of volume, so it requires a bit of trial and error. Play about with your volume and see what works for you. Some people are going to be able to recover from a lot higher number of total sets than other people. However, I definitely recommend starting on the lower side, especially as this is a 3 times a week split. So let's try and avoid doing a whole bunch of extra sets and junk volume that you really don't need. In terms of my own approach, I aim for probably about 6 sets per week per muscle group, which is definitely on the lower side, but I found it's what worked the best for me. On screen right now are examples of my typical upper and lower days. Now do note that these aren't exact. What you're seeing on the screen isn't what I do every single time I step in the gym. Sometimes the order does change and sometimes the exercises even change, but this is roughly what it would look like. I aim to progress as much as possible and focus on keeping my form constant the whole way throughout. I'd also like to specify that I split my back up into 2 separate groups, my lats and my upper back. So I'll do 6 sets per week for my lats and 6 sets per week for my upper back. I don't just lump it all under one heading as back and do 6 sets total. That would just not be enough to actually see good back gains. Now, these exercises aren't especially fancy. They could probably be slightly better, but it's what's worked for me. I progress these as much as I can. I train hard, I do enough volume, my diet's clean, and I get good sleep. And that's where your results are going to come in. Yes, there could be some tweaks that are made to this, but this is what I've seen the best gains from. Drop a comment if you've ever tried upper lower split, either 2 times a week or 3 times a week, or even just know what split has worked the best for you. And also subscribe if you want to see a breakdown of my individual upper day and my individual lower day.